Hi everybody, welcome to my show, Singing with Lauren. I am a voice teacher and an opera singer, and I love talking all things voice and singing. So I decided to just try out one of these reaction videos a couple weeks ago. You might have seen it. And I got a lot of feedback on it, and the biggest thing was that Dimash's fans felt that that video that I reacted to didn't quite show off his true skill. So they requested that I do another reaction video. And one of the songs I got asked to do the most was Late Autumn from the I Am a Singer 2017 competition. So that is what we are going to do today. I am really excited to tell you guys about a webinar that I'm going to be doing called The 4 Secrets to Your Singing Success. And I want you guys to click the link in the description and go sign up for a time before you watch this. So pause the video, go click in the description if you're a singer and you want to learn how to be a better singer. We're going to be doing an hour-long webinar, and we're going to do a couple of them in April, and they will be live, so there'll be time for a Q&A at the end. So without further ado, let's listen to the man, the myth, the wonder, Dimash singing Late Autumn. Here we go. I'm so excited. I'm pressing play. What a gorgeous flute part. Wow. Unbelievable. dang. Oh my God. Amazing. Okay, let's talk about this. So I think that that was incredible. I totally see now why so many of you were begging me to do a reaction video to this song. So I just listened to this for the first time, so I wrote down a couple of my thoughts. I thought that since this song was so emotional, that it would be best if we all enjoyed it as a song in its entirety. So that's why I didn't stop and comment along the way. So I think that the most impressive part about this performance is that we are able to truly hear all the colors that Dimash sings with in his voice. And you know, color and timbre can usually be used pretty interchangeably, but what I mean by that is the perceived sound quality that we hear when we listen to somebody sing. And I think that that is one of the things that is so special about him, is that his timbre is so unique and so distinct. You know, I think a lot of people are, you know, so amazed by the fact that he has such a big range, but it's really what he can do with his range that's what's so impressive to me, at least. And that he really has total vocal control in the best way, right? Which means that he's not strangling the sound by wanting to control it and to manipulate it, but instead he has full physical and emotional control over the sound, and then is able to let it go and just sing. And as a singer, that is the hardest thing to do, right? Because when we get up on that stage, what we have to do is we have to use everything that we've practiced, everything that we've worked on, allow it to seep into the depths of our soul, and then go out there and perform musically, right? The musicality of the performance was also amazing. So if you guys aren't musicians, what musicality is the differing in dynamics. So when he sings, sometimes he sings loud, sometimes he sings soft, sometimes he's in the middle. Choosing where to get louder, you know, and doing that in a way that's not just like the voice is all of a sudden loud, but to work your way in a crescendo or decrescendo or diminuendo. There's also a lot of push and pull of the tempo, which is gorgeous, right? There's something about these songs that sometimes they move a little bit faster and then sometimes they get a little bit slower. And that for me is always breathtaking to see it done in a graceful way, because it's not always done in a graceful way, right? But he is a total master of that. Additionally, as a singer, right, I think that the thing that I could really take away from this performance is how powerful it is to stand there and sing the words and not get so obsessed with all the other stuff, right? We live in a culture that is obsessed with spectacles, obsessed with shiny things, but so many of us get into music and get into singing because of the music, right? And then sometimes we forget about it. And you know, sometimes it's not our fault as singers. They're telling us to do all these crazy things while we're singing. But in this performance, he stood there, he sang, he did some motions, right? But they were planned and they weren't random. They made sense within the song, right? But he didn't do any crazy rolling around like he did in one of the other shows. I want to talk about one more thing, okay? And that is why in the last time I listened to him, I thought he was a countertenor. The reason I thought he was a countertenor is because he has cultivated that high extension and he's able to sing it in it for long periods of time, okay? So it's always important to remember that voice classification is a flawed system, right? Because a lot of times it just depends on what feels good in the person's voice. It depends on their colors, right? And a lot of you said, well, he's obviously a baritone because if you listen to him speak, he's a baritone. And the funny thing about that is that most men who transition up to countertenor are baritones, okay? So again, the countertenor comes into play when you're cultivating that higher extension and you're using it in your performing, okay? So that's just my opinion. If you guys don't think he's a countertenor, that's fine. He probably doesn't even call himself a countertenor because he's not singing opera, right? So it's all good. Whatever voice part you think he is, you go believe that, okay? That was just an opinion from my professional ear. Just saying. Additionally, when we hear singers, we have to remember that we don't know what it feels like for them to sing in that range. Sometimes we can hear or perceive when it's uncomfortable, but for him, it's never uncomfortable for him to sing way up there, which I do think he's a phenomenon, right? I don't think that there are that many men out there who can sing like this, at least that are choosing to in a professional setting and in competitions like this. So totally blown away. Obviously, I got super emotional during that performance because music moves me, and that's why I keep doing it. That's why I say yes to it every single day. So if you guys are singers and you're looking to get better at your singing, you're looking to do some self-study, you should check out my webinar. It's going to be a couple dates in April, and that link is right below this video. Remember, it's called The 4 Secrets to Your Singing Success. I would really love to see you live. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this performance of Late Autumn by Dimash as much as I did. Let me know what you want to see next. Hit subscribe. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you beautiful people later.